Attention passionate Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. You know how unpredictable the NFL can be, right? One moment, a team looks like it's rolling, and the next, a strategic move or a player addition shifts the entire landscape. Well, the Seattle Seahawks just made a move that has everyone talking, and it's more than just a minor roster shuffle. Recently, the Seahawks announced they've brought in Khalil Herbert to their practice squad. And trust me, this isn't just a filler move. This is a calculated step that could have ripple effects across the entire NFC West and potentially the league. Khalil Herbert, as many of you know, is a talented running back with a lot of potential. He's known for his explosiveness, his ability to hit the hole quickly, and his versatility in both running and catching passes out of the backfield. His addition to the Seahawks practice squad signals that the coaching staff sees something special in him, something that could become a significant factor as the season progresses. It's not every day you see a player of Herbert's caliber, even on the practice squad, so his presence adds a new dimension to Seattle's offensive options. What makes this move particularly interesting is the strategic context behind it. The Seahawks, under head coach Pete Carroll, have always been a team that values versatility and depth. With the NFL season in full swing, every team is looking for ways to improve, to adapt, and to find that extra edge. Bringing in Khalil Herbert isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about adding a player who can develop, learn the system, and potentially step up when called upon. The practice squad is often overlooked, but it's a breeding ground for future stars and crucial depth that can be called into action at a moment's notice. Now, if we look at Herbert's skill set, he's a player who can break tackles, make quick cuts, and gain yards after contact. His ability to read blocks and find the holes quickly makes him a valuable asset in any offensive scheme. For the Seahawks, who have been focusing on balancing a dynamic passing attack with a solid ground game, adding a running back like Herbert makes perfect sense. It's about building a flexible, unpredictable offense that can adapt to different game situations. Plus, having him in the fold means that other running backs on the roster will face even more competition, which can only push everyone to perform at their best. This move also speaks volumes about the Seahawks' approach to roster management this season. They've been aggressive in making moves that could pay off in the long run. It's reminiscent of their strategy in previous years, where they've identified hidden gems and developed them into key contributors. Remember how players like Chris Carson or Rashad Penny rose from relative obscurity to become vital parts of the offense? Herbert could follow a similar trajectory if given the opportunity. But let's not forget, the NFL is all about timing. Training camp, preseason, and the first few weeks of the season are crucial for players to prove their worth. Khalil Herbert will be given that chance on the practice squad to show his skills, learn the playbook, and integrate into the team's culture. It's also worth noting that the Seahawks have a talented core of players on offense, including Geno Smith leading the way at quarterback, and a receiving core that's capable of creating big plays. The addition of Herbert to this mix could lead to some interesting offensive schemes, especially if he gets called up to contribute during the season. Now for the fans, this is a move that sparks excitement. You're probably wondering, will he get a chance to play? How will he fit into the Seahawks game plan? Well, it's all about opportunity and development. Coaches are always watching, assessing talent, and preparing for the moments when they need to activate players from the practice squad. If Herbert impresses in practice, shows good chemistry with the team, and stays healthy, there's a real shot he could be called up for some snaps in upcoming games. And when that happens, Seahawks fans need to be ready to cheer him on, because every player who puts on that uniform has the potential to be a game changer. This move also highlights the Seahawks' ongoing effort to maintain a competitive edge. Let's remember, the NFC West is a tough division. The San Francisco 49ers, Los Angeles Rams, and even the Arizona Cardinals are all fighting for supremacy. The Seahawks, under Pete Carroll's leadership, have always been a team that finds ways to stay competitive, no matter the odds. Adding someone like Khalil Herbert, even if just on the practice squad for now, shows their commitment to building a resilient and adaptable roster. It's about preparing for the long haul, for injuries, for unforeseen circumstances, and for opportunities to surprise opponents. Now, considering the season's current landscape, Seattle has been focusing on solidifying their run game and creating more explosive plays on offense. With the addition of Herbert, they're signaling that they're not just relying on the players they already have, but they're actively seeking new ways to elevate their offense. Herbert's skill set could complement the existing running backs, providing a different style, more speed, more burst, and that could be a nightmare for defenses trying to adjust mid-game. And let's talk about the bigger picture. The Seahawks have historically been a team that can adapt and evolve. From their dominant Super Bowl-winning teams to their recent playoff appearances, they've always been about smart roster building and coaching. This move is just another chapter in that story. It shows that they're not resting on their laurels and that they're looking ahead, trying to find those hidden pieces that can make a difference when it counts. Looking ahead, the next few weeks will be critical for Khalil Herbert. The coaching staff will evaluate his progress, see how well he fits into the team's schemes, and observe his work ethic during practices. If he impresses, there's a real possibility he'll be called up, especially if injuries or other circumstances arise. Seahawks fans, you should be excited about this. It's not just about a new player joining the team. It's about potential, about growth, and about the relentless pursuit of excellence that has defined this franchise for decades. Meanwhile, the Seahawks are also aware that every move they make sends a message to the rest of the league. They're serious about competing this season, and they're willing to take calculated risks to improve. The NFL is a league where depth can be the difference between winning and losing, especially in the grueling stretch run. Having Herbert on the practice squad is like having a secret weapon, a player who can be unleashed when the team needs him most. So, Seahawks fans, keep your eyes peeled. Watch how Khalil Herbert develops in practice, how he interacts with teammates, and how the coaching staff evaluates his progress. This could be the start of something special, or at the very least, a key piece that helps the Seahawks push through tough games. The journey is far from over, and every move counts in this high-stakes chess match that is the NFL season. Remember, the Seahawks are a team built on resilience, smart decision-making, and a relentless desire to succeed. Their history is filled with moments where they've made bold moves at the right time, and this could very well be one of those moments. With Herbert now part of the fold, the team has one more arrow in their quiver, one more option to turn to when the pressure ramps up. As we await further updates, one thing is clear: the Seahawks are not standing still. They're actively shaping their roster, trying to find that perfect balance between experience and potential, between stability and innovation. And for us fans, that's what makes following this team so exciting: the constant pursuit of greatness, the strategic moves, and the hope that this season could be another memorable chapter in Seahawks history. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Do you think Khalil Herbert will be a difference maker? Are you excited to see how he develops? Let us know. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news. We're in this together, and every step forward is a step closer to that ultimate goal, the Super Bowl. Thanks for sticking with us, and as always, go Seahawks.